Hey nerd family, and welcome back to another video. As you can see today here, we're going to be talking about Max, HBO Max's new streaming platform that's coming out here on May 23rd. Before we jump into that, I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro, and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying healthy. I want to thank all of our subscribers. If you are a new subscriber from the last video, you will see your name scrolling across the bottom. And for all of our subscribers, you will see your name scrolling across the side. Again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing as you're helping us get to where we want to be. Our next milestone is 500 subscribers and we're on our way there, so thanks again. But alright guys, today we just want to talk a little bit about Max. So we've been knowing for the past few months here, maybe even close to a year, that when HBO and Discovery Plus merged into Warner Brothers Discovery, that they did mention they were going to be coming out with a somewhat new streaming service to kind of put the two services together. And well, that day is finally on its way here. They did announce that it's going to be launched here on May 23rd of 23, and it's going to be called Max. Now, I've said in previous videos that I don't really like the name Max. I think stripping away the HBO name just kind of takes a lot out of it, because there's a lot of big budget stuff that has the HBO name attached to it, and I think it's a bad idea kind of losing that name. But I mean, who cares what the service is called as long as they do a good job. But I kind of see where they're coming from. You know, there's going to be a lot of content on this service, and I think, you know, the HBO name could be holding it down a little bit, so I kind of get where they're coming from. I do hope they don't scrap the name completely. Hopefully in one of the categories or hubs it says HBO, and you can still get to your HBO content there, because I think it would be really silly for them to scrap the HBO name completely. But then again, they kind of scrapped the Cinemax name. I mean, they still haven't fully announced anything yet. I don't know. I guess we're going to kind of find out if the Cinemax stuff is still over here on Max when everything kind of gets moved around. But they still haven't announced much on that. But they did kind of secretly pull everything and put it onto HBO, or at least most of it. So, I don't know. I guess we'll kind of see how that goes too. But that is what they're going to be doing. They are going to be calling it Max. Now, they are putting Discovery Plus content over here, but in some of the articles I read, it did basically state that it's going to be a selection of Discovery Plus content. So that kind of makes me feel a little funky, because basically what they're doing right now, pricing wise, is they're keeping Max basically at the price point it was if you were paying for HBO Max, but they're including the selection of Discovery Plus content over here for no added cost. But if it's only a selection and you are someone who does subscribe to both services, you may lose some content. So I guess time's going to kind of tell how that's going to go. Now, for those of you that are subscribed to just Discovery Plus and don't care to jump onto the Max bandwagon, or the HBO Max bandwagon, whatever you want to refer to it as, then you can still supposedly subscribe to just Discovery Plus as a standalone. Now, I have a feeling that's probably only going to be for a short time span, maybe like a year or something like that, to kind of get everybody on board with Max. They're probably going to, put some promotions, stuff like that out there. But I still think if it is only a curated selection of Discovery Plus over on Max, then that is kind of silly, because then technically for someone who does have both services, can you really cancel Discovery Plus if you're going to lose stuff? I guess it really depends how much we're going to lose. So time's going to kind of tell. We'll have to kind of keep our eye on that. But I do think that's kind of funky if they're not going to put all the Discovery Plus content over here. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Now, as of right now, if you have a standard HBO Max plan where you have the ad-free version, you do get up to 3 simultaneous screens that you can stream to at one time, and you do have some content that is in 4K. They are changing things slightly here. So they're going to have some new plans coming out. We're going to kind of take a look at those. They do say that no matter what plan you're on, that they will honor that plan. Basically everything, all the features of that plan will stick for 6 months, and then you will have to select a new plan. So we'll kind of see how all that goes here, but they are going to have some new plans. Now, one thing that we don't have concrete information on, HBO Max kind of puts a little bit of information about on this, but they don't really fully say. So For someone like myself, I do get HBO Max included with my AT&T internet plan, and it does specify that if you get it through an internet provider, that you have to contact your internet provider to see if it's still going to basically be included, or how they're going to do that. So since AT&T no longer owns, I think they may own a percentage, but since they no longer own HBO Max, or what will be Max, I'm wondering if they're going to drop that from my plan. I'm hoping that they do keep it included, but I think that the other thing that's going to happen is it's going to include it at the plan I currently have, and it's not going to obviously bump up to the newer, higher plan that they have here that we're going to talk about here in just a moment. So if that is something that I want, of course I'm going to have to change it from being paid for from AT&T to paying for it myself, but that's just a bridge we're going to have to cross here going forward. But I would like to hope that they are going to keep including it in my internet plan, so all those people that are out there that do have it included, fingers crossed here that we can still get it included, at least for the short while here. So let's take a look at some of the new pricing plans here. So they are going to have the Max Ad Lite plan that they're going to call it. It's going to be $9.99 a month or $99.99 a year. Now with that, you will be able to have 2 concurrent streams. It is going to be 1080p HD. There will be no offline downloads, and it will offer 5.1 surround sound. Then you can go to the Max Ad Free, which I believe is still the same cost. They're not changing that price point. It is $15.99 a month or $149.99 a year. With that though, you will get 2 concurrent streams, 1080p HD, up to 30 offline downloads, and again 5.1 surround sound. So that is slightly changing, because currently you can get 3 streams instead of the 2, and you can get some things up to 4K. So for those of us that do have that plan, remember, for the next 6 months after May 23rd, you will keep that, and then it will basically, I guess, probably just change into the new plan with the 2 streams and the 1080p versus the 4K and the 3. But here is the new plan that they're offering. It is called the Max Ultimate Ad-Free Plan. It is $19.99 a month or $199.99 a year. You do get 4 concurrent streams, and there you get the up to 4K Ultra HD resolution, and you also get 100 offline downloads, and it does unlock the Dolby Atmos. So you do get a little bit more. If you are someone who wants 4K or wants the Dolby Atmos, or maybe you are someone who takes advantage of offline downloads and you want to be able to have more, then of course you do have this new option. It does suck for those of us that are already getting the 4K, but you will also get 4 concurrent streams instead of 3. So if you do need that, it is, you know, an option there. Now, I think they're kind of sort of competing with Netflix on this, because it's the $19.99 is kind of in line with Netflix's higher tier plan here. They're, I think, a premium plan or whatever they call it. So they are kind of competing with Netflix there, but you may get, at least in my opinion, more for your money, because I think that they're going to have a bigger, wider selection with all the stuff that HBO owns and under their umbrella, plus the Discovery Plus stuff. So I do think you might get more bang for your buck than Netflix. I mean, you know, if you think I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments down below. All right, so that's pretty much going to be the pricing going forward. Now, I'm sure that they're going to have some kind of special promotions and stuff, because I don't think they're going to want to keep that Discovery Plus standalone plan around forever. I think they're going to want to eventually shut it down and hopefully bring all that content over to Max. But we'll kind of see over, 6 months to a year, we'll kind of see how that's going to go. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Now, there is going to be a lot of other new content to come, supposedly. So let's kind of take a look and see what we got here. All right, now I don't believe this has been greenlit yet, but they are talking about making a Max original Harry Potter TV series. So we can check that out. Hopefully they do go through and greenlight that. But they do have some announcement videos and things with that. Now, they also say that they do have a Game of Thrones prequel, a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. So that one, I believe, was already greenlit, so we can look forward to that. Now, we've been talking about this for a little while. They did kill off a lot of the DC stuff here, and hopefully they're going to kind of bring some of it back over. They killed a lot of the CW stuff off. There's a few things still kind of going on there, but they do have the Max original The Penguin that's supposedly going to be coming soon here. Now, they do also have Gotham Knights. They already started. I haven't really gotten a chance to check that out yet. I believe there's like 6 episodes, 7 episodes, something like that at this time. I haven't gotten a chance to check it out yet, but they did start that a little while ago. So I think they're kind of starting the DC train again here. It just kind of sucks that we lost a lot of good stuff, at least in my opinion. They do have a Max original comedy series, The Big Bang Theory spin-off. So there is supposedly a Big Bang Theory spin-off coming here. They also have a Max original drama series that's set in the Conjuring universe. So all you horror fans out there, we can hopefully look forward to having a series about the Conjuring. They do have a new fixer-upper show, The Hotel, where it looks like it's going to be Chip and Joanna Gaines kind of fixing up a hotel. So if you guys are into that, of course, that's kind of coming from Discovery Plus's library here. But hopefully we can kind of take a look at that if that's what you guys are into. We do have Adult Swim's Rick and Morty the anime, so it looks like we might be getting some new Rick and Morty stuff, so stay tuned for that. We do have Cartoon Network's Tiny Toons Luniversity, Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai. Now that looks like it's going to be an animation, and I believe it's a prequel. If I was reading here, I think it's supposed to be set before the movies happened. So if you guys are into Gremlins and like animation, then we can look forward to that. We do have a Max original, Peter and the Wolf from Bono. Also a True Detective Night Country. HBO original limited series, The Regime. HBO original drama, The Sympathizer. Max original Smartless on the Road. Looks like that follows Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes. Looks like they're doing some kind of documentary kind of thing here. Discovery Channel's Survive the Raft. Investigation Discovery's Lost Women of Highway 20. TLC's Love in Translation. HGTV's Barbie Dreamhouse Challenge. So definitely no shortage of content. Now some of those things do mention that they are supposed to launch on May 23rd, so you can definitely look forward to some new content here on May 23rd. Now, it's also good to point out that it does say in some of these articles here that they did announce that the newly enhanced streaming service should automatically update from HBO Max to Max, but some people may manually have to do the update. So if you are someone who already subscribes to HBO Max, it may do it automatically. You may have to manually do it. Just kind of keep your eye out on that. But it does say that the Max app will feature a new video playback experience, more personalization, and a default kids profile with parental controls for new subscribers. So I'm curious to see how all that's going to actually function, how it's going to play out. With there being a lot of content across all their brands, I do hope that they make it easy to navigate. I hope that they kind of keep the hubs and just kind of have, I guess, more hubs or something. I'm not really 100% sure what would be the cleanest experience, to be honest with you, but I do hope that they have some kind of hub system and maybe have maybe some hubs inside of other hubs or something like that to kind of keep it a clean look. And then hopefully you can kind of break things down by categories. And if they have, maybe like if you like this kind of show, then you'll like this because you watched this kind of thing. Hopefully they'll kind of go with some of those types of things so that way you can find all the content you watch, because there is going to be quite a bit of content here. But they do claim that they're going to have a more streamlined navigation. So I guess we're going to tell if they're going to uphold to that here. So what do you guys think? What are you most excited about with this whole transition into Max? Do you guys think it's going to go well? Do you guys think it's going to backfire? Are you guys excited to see some of this new content? I mean, it kind of sucks because not too long ago we lost a lot of content, lost a lot of good things, a lot of good animation. Of course, scrapping the Batgirl movie. Of course, they're doing it to save money to kind of keep things alive, but we still lost a lot of good content, and they definitely could have went about it a better way. But now we're getting all this new content. Are you guys excited to see some of this new content? Are you guys excited for any of the new plans they're offering? Do you hope that that Max functions a little better than HBO Max? I know that a lot of you had issues with some of the functionality with HBO Max. I didn't really ever experience some of those issues that people complained about. but hopefully they've kind of learned, and hopefully they'll be able to make it work a bit better, especially if they plan to have more and more users on one platform, since they're kind of trying to bring everybody from HBO Max and Discovery Plus. So I guess we're going to see how all that's going to function. But what are your thoughts going forward? Do you think that having everything under one roof and potentially kind of combining the price at some point is going to be the best of both worlds? How do you feel that they did setting the price point? Do you think that the price points they chose for right now are good price points? Do you feel that they're going to eventually increase? Do you think how long do you think it's going to take for them to get rid of the standalone Discovery Plus? I mean, we got a lot of questions here that I hope you guys are going to put some stuff down in the comments below so we can kind of discuss it going forward. And then we can, of course, do a update video after it launches here and after we kind of get our eyes on it and really check everything out. But there's still a lot of questions. We have some answers that we've been asking for months now on how they were going to do this, when they were going to do it, what the price was going to be. We have some of those, but there's still some unknowns. So drop your comments down below so we can have some discussions about it and kind of see where everything's going to go. I also want to know how many of you are currently subscribed to HBO Max that think rolling the Discovery Plus in for no added cost is great. And how many of you are currently subscribed to Discovery Plus that have no intention on going over to Max? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, before we end off today's video, since I'm not making as many videos, I do want to just kind of say that I forget if I put it into some previous videos, but we also have a lot of other stuff going on in the streaming wars here. So if you guys haven't been following, we do have a Paramount Plus that did link Showtime into Paramount Plus. You can subscribe and get both things in one app, and I do think that is amazing. That makes things so much easier, having both their services in one place instead of having to kind of go between apps and everything, and just to have the payment go to one place instead of having multiple charges. I think that it works out very well. Now, that's not to say that Paramount Plus doesn't still have a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of shows that are missing, a lot of seasons of things are missing, episodes are missing. They still have a lot of work to do to try to get at least a good majority of their library into Paramount Plus. They've done a lot of good work over the past couple years here, but they still have a lot of work to do. But it's great that they're progressing forward, and I think Paramount Plus has a lot of great things going for it. I do think it's a great service. Let me know your thoughts down below if you are using Paramount Plus. Now, I did put a video out recently about Peacock no longer having their free service. It does kind of suck that they don't have the free service, but it is what it is. We knew that they weren't going to be able to keep it free forever. If you guys didn't check that video out, make sure to go check it out. But you do have to pay for the introductory plan to Peacock now, and of course you can pay to get no ads and things like that. But I still think, even though you have to pay for it now for the base plan, I do think Peacock is still worth it. It may not be one of the best streaming services, and that's why it was great that they had a free option. But at $5 a month, I think is the lowest. You can probably save a little bit if you do that yearly plan, but it's not horrible. I think that they are adding to their library, and they have a lot of good stuff behind them in their content. I just hope that they can kind of get more things put up there, maybe make some more deals with some other content providers to keep just pumping the content in there. But I do like the navigation and look and feel of Peacock, and around the holidays and stuff, they do have a lot of good movies that come up there, and being Universal and everything. So I do still think it's a great platform. And of course, we're still kind of going to be coming around the bend in about a year or so, give or take, of Hulu and Disney Plus, and seeing what they're going to do with that. Let's see if they kind of merge everything together. We are seeing more of the Hulu library kind of show up over on Disney Plus. They're kind of testing things and stuff, doing some things there. We're seeing more and more come up over there. So I think as we approach the 2024 time frame here, maybe we are going to see them bundle it together. I guess time's going to tell on that. But that's really all I got here for you guys today. I did want to just kind of announce that we finally have some information here on Max and kind of update you a little bit on the streaming wars here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make as many videos as I used to, so I'm still trying to get some videos out there for you. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you guys did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It definitely helps us out, as it lets YouTube know who likes the videos and who to recommend them to next. If you guys would like to help support the channel, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/thenerdcircle. There is no obligation, but if you would like to help, there's definitely a few options over there. And we certainly appreciate it. So in my opinion, I do think that this is kind of putting them on the same platform as Netflix. I think they're going to kind of be head and head over here. I think Max and Netflix are going to be kind of battling. So going into Q2, who do you think is going to come out on top? If you guys could only choose one $19.99 a month plan, would it be the new Max or Netflix? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not following on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle, make sure to head over there and check us out. We do sometimes post some things over there in between videos, so we may post some things before we launch the next video, so make sure to head over there. But I do hope you guys got a little something out of this video. If you did, please leave a comment down below. If you could, share this video across any social media platform that you like. And if you guys have not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified of any new videos to come out. You can also follow the links on the screen to our other videos. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.